Okay, so I want to do something. I want to read some verses on atonement. I don't think my you know, writing is not great. I could care less. Let's go here. I'm reading from two Bibles. Okay, my non-fancy $1.50 Bible, which, hey, God doesn't care if you have a fancy Bible, as long as it doesn't pervert His words. And I'm reading from the ESV Bible, which I love this Bible. I do. Very cool. Okay. First, I'm going to be reading from the King James Version, then English Standard Version. Okay. First is Leviticus 17:11. Okay. Leviticus is before before Numbers. Yay! I'm correct. Well, how many times in my life have I been correct? Ha! Anyway, 17:11. Okay. For the life of the flesh is in the blood, and I have given it to you upon the altar to make an atonement for your souls. For it is the blood that maketh an atonement for the soul. Okay? Leviticus 17:11 from here. I'm reading it for two different ones because, you may not, may not like, oh, what? Huh? 17:11. For the life of the flesh is in the blood, and I have given it to you. Wait. Sorry, Lord. Read it again. For the life of the flesh is in the blood, and I have given it for you on the altar to make atonement for your souls. For it is the blood that makes atonement by the life. Okay? I'm going to reread this, see if I got it right. For the life of the flesh is in the blood, and I have given it to you upon the... Okay, yeah, I got that right. Huh. Then, Isaiah 53:5. Okay? I'm going to get this to Isaiah, which... How did I just turn to the right page? How? I'm going to read and I just did it to my page again too. 53:5. But he was wounded for our transgressions. He was bruised for our iniquities. The chastisement of our peace was upon him, and with his stripes we are healed. Okay? But he was pierced for our transgressions. He was crushed for our iniquities. Upon him was the chastisement that brought us peace, and with his wounds we are healed. Okay? Now we're going to New Testament. Romans 3:25-26. Which is not actually that hard. Fine. Okay. I wanted to do this on Sunday, but I was like, we could read some of the stuff from here. So, we should continue with the two Bibles. Okay? Romans 3. Okay? I'm not trying to make it long or anything, but I'm just trying to... Romans 3:25-26. I just passed it a little bit. That's okay. It's a small Bible, so you get like it's all bunched together and all that. Romans 3, right here. Romans 3, right? 25, 26. We should be on the next page. Okay. 25 and 26. Whom God hath set forth to be a proposition through faith by his blood, to declare his righteousness for the remission of sins that are past through the forbearance of God. To declare, I say, at this time, his righteousness, that he might be just and the justifier of him which believeth in Jesus. Yeah. Whom God put forward, this is the English Standard Version, by the way. Whom God put forward as a proposition by his blood, to be received by faith, that was to show God's righteousness, because in his divine forbearance he had passed over former sins. It was to show his righteousness at the present time, so that he might be just and the justifier of the one who has faith in Jesus. Now, Hebrews 9:12. Hebrews is like past this. Isn't Hebrews after Romans? I don't know. Was it Corinthians? No, it was Corinthians. Huh. Galatians, Ephesians, Colossians, Theologians, Timothy, Titus, Hebrews 9 verse 12. It's actually the Bible that is pretty darn good, I think. So yeah. 9:12. Okay. Neither by the blood of goats and calves, by his own blood he entered in once into the holy place, having obtained eternal redemption for us. Okay, now let me get to this. Okay. Wow, Philemon is like 1. Well, letter to Paul. Oh, it's a letter to Paul. I'll read that pretty soon. You know what? 9:12. And this is the English Standard Version. He entered once for all into the holy place, the holy places, not by means of the blood of goats and calves, but by means of his own blood, thus securing an eternal redemption. Okay? 1 John 2:2, which is no, First John is before Revelation. 1 John 2:2. For the life was manifested, and we have seen it, and bear witness. No, it's 2:2, not 1:2. Sorry, Lord. And he is the proposition for our sins, and not for ours. And he is the proposition for our sins, and not for ours only, but also for the sins of the whole world. That makes sense. So actually, I should get to 4:4 or 4:10 because that's the next one. Forbearance. This right here. Okay, Revelation. Wow, there's 3 Johns. Wow. This is obviously what? Oh, I'm pretty much it. All right. First John 2:2. Okay. He is the proposition for our sins, and not for ours only, but also for the sins of the whole world. Now, 1 John 4:10, which I have right here. Herein is love, not that we love God, but that he loved us, and sent his Son to be the proposition for our sins. Okay? And I can easily... In this is love, not that we have loved God, but that he loved us, and sent his Son to be the proposition, I think, Proposition, probably proposition, for our sins. Now, Hebrews 10:10. Yes, we're going back to Hebrews, which is after Timothy, if I'm not mistaken. Well, after Titus. Hebrews 10:10. Oh, there it is. Okay. By the which will we are sanctified through the offering of the body of Jesus Christ once for all. Okay. Now let's go back to Hebrews 10:10. Oh hey, we found it pretty easy. And by that will we have been sanctified through the offering of the body of Jesus Christ once for all. This was obviously... Yeah. I'm going to say this, okay? That we need to make atonement. We need to make atonement, okay? Every day, when we wake up, we need to make atonement, we need to ask for forgiveness for our sins. We do. I'm going to do this just to give you notes. Okay? So, we have, that is on, that's just 7 verses on atonement. I read these every day. That's my advice. So anyway, I meant to do this on Sunday. Sorry. But anyway, I'm here to say, what shall we say these things? If God be for us, who can be against us? God bless, and peace.